Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's mostly just talking big. Although he might sound confident and make grand plans, he doesn't have the habits or steady drive to keep pushing forward every day. His lack of genuine effort and quick temper can get in the way of building lasting success.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he is more likely to break down than bounce back. Instead of calmly handling problems, he might react with anger or say harsh things, or he may pull away and avoid facing the issue altogether. You may notice emotional outbursts or silent treatment instead of steady problem solving.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He is often in conflict with people at work and finds it hard to build lasting friendships there. While he may be very polite on the surface, his temper can flare up easily, and he struggles to understand or care about other people's feelings. This can lead to arguments, grudges, or cold wars with colleagues.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he is more likely to feel threatened and upset rather than proud and supportive. Instead of celebrating your achievements, he may react with jealousy, anger, or coldness. His own doubts and quick temper might turn your good news into an argument or silent treatment.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is very likely to resent it and feel insecure deep down. He might not always say it openly, but his behavior could turn colder or sharper, and small problems might become bigger arguments. Over time, this can make you feel like you've done something wrong just for being successful.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not careful with money and tends to act without thinking things through. He might spend impulsively, buy things suddenly, or make money decisions based on his mood rather than a clear plan. This kind of behavior can lead to stress and arguments at home.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He may try to impress people by showing off or spending on things he doesn't actually need or can't truly afford. Instead of facing facts, he could make excuses or get upset if questioned.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't truly open handed or kind, even if he appears polite on the outside. When it comes to money or emotional support, he tends to hold back and think mostly of himself. If you need comfort or understanding, you may not find it with him.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. He might avoid sharing details about his spending, hide receipts, or keep you out of important financial decisions. This kind of behavior can create mistrust and leave you unsure about where you stand.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is only your job and not really something he needs to help with. Even if you are busy or tired, he probably won't step in or offer a hand, expecting you to manage everything at home. This can leave you feeling overwhelmed and underappreciated.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is unlikely to truly pitch in with chores or diapers. At best, he might stand by, give instructions, or complain rather than jump in and do the work himself. You may find that he wants to be seen as helpful, but in reality, he leaves most of the actual effort to you. If you ask him to do his share, he could react with annoyance or try to avoid the responsibility altogether.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right, not to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he might raise his voice, become stubborn, or even say things that hurt just to win the argument. You may end up feeling misunderstood and alone.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often loses control and says hurtful things or acts in an aggressive way. Instead of handling his feelings with respect, he might yell, make harsh comments, or even try to intimidate you. His anger can fill the house and create a tense, unsafe atmosphere.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often without much warning. His temper can flare up over small things, and instead of calming down, he might make situations worse with shouting or harsh words. Quick, uncontrolled anger can make daily life stressful and unsafe.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry or take responsibility for his actions. When something goes wrong, he is much more likely to blame you or other people instead of looking at his own mistakes. Over time, this pattern wears down your self confidence and happiness.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to struggle with respecting your boundaries and may not always take your no seriously. If you say no, whether it's about intimacy, decisions, or your own space, he might argue, push, or guilt trip you to get his way. This can make you feel uncomfortable and unsafe, as if your feelings don't matter.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who often takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or giving you space, he might react with anger, guilt you, or become cold and distant. Healthy relationships allow for no without hurt feelings or drama.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be careful. He may not always treat private moments with the care and respect they deserve. If he gets upset or wants to win an argument, he might bring up things you shared in confidence or use your vulnerabilities against you. This can make you feel unsafe and worried about opening up.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's likely to be easily distracted by other women and may not stay fully faithful in the relationship. He might enjoy attention from others and could seek out new excitement if he feels bored or unhappy. This behavior can leave you feeling insecure and always questioning his loyalty.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, often acting jealous, controlling, or suspicious without good reason. He may question where you're going, who you talk to, or want to know every detail of your day. It's not a sign of deep love, but a lack of trust and respect.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may seem like protectiveness is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he cares about your safety or well being, but his actions go beyond care, setting strict rules, checking on you constantly, or making decisions for you. Real protection means supporting your choices, not limiting your freedom.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting, even if he talks about family and togetherness. In daily life, he's likely to leave the main load of caring, teaching, and guiding the children on your shoulders. This can leave you feeling overwhelmed and like a single parent, even though you're not alone.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can quickly turn into shouting, angry words, or even him walking away. Over time, they might stop coming to him with their problems, worrying about how he'll react.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support you fully as both a mother and your own person. Instead of encouraging your dreams or respecting your need for space and growth, he may expect you to focus only on family and home, often taking your efforts for granted. This can leave you feeling stuck and unseen, as if your own identity is slipping away.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is exactly the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later pressure you to quit once a child comes along. He may change his tune, expecting you to stay home and focus only on the family, regardless of your own goals and dreams. You deserve honest, lasting support, not shifting promises that disappear when life changes.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth and genuine care will be missing. He may say the right things and keep up good manners, but it won't go much deeper than that. This means you might end up feeling caught in the middle, wishing there was a closer family bond. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him, rather than making efforts to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. Instead of talking things out or trying to ease the tension, he may react with anger, sharp words, or by pulling away from everyone. You deserve a partner who can stay calm and help find solutions, not one who adds fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may act modern and open minded with you privately, but expect you to play the role of a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he might talk about equality and freedom, but when family comes over, he could suddenly want you to dress, act, and speak in ways that please his parents and relatives, even if it goes against your values or comfort. This double standard can leave you confused, stressed, and feeling like you have to put on an act.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He may avoid standing up for you to keep peace with his relatives, or he might expect you to adjust, saying things like, they're just older, or you should understand. This can make you feel lonely, misunderstood, and like a guest in your own home. You deserve a partner who backs you up and makes sure you feel respected no matter who is watching.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes ahead of yours, especially during conflicts. If there's a disagreement between you and his mother, you will probably find him avoiding taking a stand or more often siding with her to keep her happy. Over time, this can make you feel invisible and frustrated in your own marriage.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's the kind of man who is likely to share the details of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Instead of respecting your privacy as a couple, he may turn to them for advice or sympathy whenever there's a problem, big or small. This can make you feel exposed, judged, and alone as your personal matters become family gossip.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man can feel exhausting, lonely, and often stressful day after day. You may find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid his temper or harsh words.